This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 4. Then the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4 and 5. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Haran coming back at you with another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and I have this article here actually on the from the World Economic Forum. Okay, and it's dated August 16th. All right, 2022, the year where Yahweh Bashem Yahushai turns up, and this is a couple months back. Okay, and and again, this is being brought out by the World Economic Forum. Okay, and it's titled, Augmented Tech Can Change the Way We Live, but Only the Right Support and Vision. Okay, and what vision are they talking about? They're talking about the vision of the prophecies, man. What is that vision? The thing that the scriptures have said will happen, all right, in these last days are happening. Okay, but Esau is trying to find a way to bring it into reality, all right, where people are consenting to it, people are accepting of it, because they know that this is an evil plot. Okay, it's a device, all right, for an evil purpose. Okay, and that device we're gonna get into, okay, which we have been talking about for years. All right, but now you're starting to see those things, all right, come into fruition. Okay, everything is being set in stone and set in place, all right, to fulfill the major prophecy, the last major prophecy before the coming destruction. Okay, this is a book of Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. And you notice I said last major prophecy because you're going to have a whole lot more prophecies. But the last major prophecy is what we're about to get into. Okay, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3 says, For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Okay, so let's go into that word vision really quickly. Okay, and it says here, vision, oracle, prophecy, divine communication. Okay, divine communication, man. And what we're talking about, what we're teaching is divine communication. All right, to communicate means to speak. All right, and what do we communicate? What kind of conversation is this? All holy conversation and godliness, man. Okay, so what we teach is the truth. All right, as a communication that is of what? Of the highest order. Okay, because it comes from the heavens. That's why you see it as the words of the Heavenly Father written in the book. Okay, so the last major prophecy, which we're about to read right now, okay, is the implementation of the MOTB. Okay, it says here, the World Economic Forum is committed to publishing a wide array of opinions. Misrepresenting content diminishes open conversations. Augmented reality technology has the ability to transform society and individual lives, particularly in healthcare and mobility. Okay, be mobile, meaning be able to move. All right. It says, verse 2. Salaki, I said verse 2. Wow. Second point. As much as visual and hearing aids are a part of our lives today, implant technologies could become the norm in the future. Stakeholders in society will need to agree on how to ethically make these amazing technologies a part of our lives. Okay, so they're gonna keep on pushing on with their agenda, man. It's not gonna stop. All right, it's not gonna be a thing where, after a while they just get bored and then they just no. All right, and you saw what happened with so-called PayPal. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Where they said that they were going to fine people, was it $2,500 or something for misinformation? And then when people started to catch wind of it, they said, "Oh no, we're not really doing that." Just like Starbucks, they were doing the contactless payment system, and then people were like, "Whoa!" They're like, "No, it's not what you think. We're not really doing that." You see, why would they backtrack on something that they're spending money to do? Why? Because they know it's an evil plan. It's an evil plot. They have to come in a deceptive way. Okay, it says superheroes. You see the terminology. Superheroes have been dominating big and small screens for a while, but there's a subtle change happening. Many children expect to develop superpowers themselves, and you got to understand, They going superpowers is something that's of the scriptures, man. We talk about having spiritual power. That's superpowers. Okay, so what the hell are they talking about? World Economic Forum talking about superpowers? What's that about? It says these expectations may sound unattainable, but we're already making the first strides toward an augmented society, and that's only going to happen, all right, in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to be in an augmented society, all right. We're all going to be supermen, super women, super children by default, because we're children of God. Okay, Yasharala, the children of the Most High, man. Okay, it says trade fairs are boasting augmented reality (AR) goggles that show technicians where a particular screw should go. Your own phone gives you information about your fitness in real time, or tells you about the latest fad. Augmentation can be defined as the extension of rehabilitation, where technological aids such as glasses, cochlear implants, or prosthetics are designed to restore a lost or impaired function, added to completely healthy individuals, and such technology can augment. Night goggles, exoskeletons, and brain-computer interfaces build up the picture. Okay, the image, the picture. It says the augmenting technology will help in all stages of life. Children in a learning environment, professionals at work, and ambitious senior citizens. There are many possibilities. Right? That's going into what he causeth all. All right, this is part of the causing. The causing, all right, the biggest part of the causing is deception. Okay, that's their way of causing everyone to fall for their tricks. It's through deception, man. Okay, fashioning and constructing a world based on deception. That is why you notice they're changing a lot of words, because when you change words, you change meaning, sentences, and you change language. And when you do that, you, the one who's bringing the change, gets to control how people perceive that said language or said words or said sentences that we're talking about. Okay? So it says here, what augmented reality can do. It says, picture this scenario. You're talking to someone in a noisy setting at a bar at a party. Even though your hearing is fine, the situation makes it extremely difficult to understand your companion. Imagine you could just put on glasses or earbuds that offer the same sound directionality as a hearing aid. Or another example, many children with attention deficit struggle in school. In the best case, they get special education services or classroom accommodations. However, with extra visual and audio guidance that blocks off excess stimuli, an otherwise enabled child can cope with a standard school environment. And when class is over and playtime begins, they can just take the aids off. Augmented reality doesn't end there. Your phone might feel like part of your body, but it's not put in through surgery. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? Technology will become more intertwined with the body in the form of implants, but it will also seamlessly integrate with the environment. You might have sensors in a chair, for example, that goes into the whole world of smart technology. Okay, the Internet of Things. Okay, you got the Internet of Things, the Internet of Bodies, okay, and the Internet of Minds. Okay. It says, are we moving toward a brave new world? This is what the World Economic Forum is saying. This is on their page, man. Brave new world? That sounds like a so-called conspiracy theorist, man. You know? It says, next sentence, listen to this. As scary as chip implants may sound, right? They about to rationalize that shit. Listen to this. As scary as chip implants may sound, they form part of a natural evolution that wearables once underwent. Natural evolution. Really? You want to create something so artificial and call it a natural evolution. It says hearing aids or glasses no longer carry a stigma. They are accessories and are even considered a fashion item. Ain't no what? Likewise, implants will evolve into a commodity. If that sounds unlikely, then consider the alternatives we currently use. Drugs often show unwanted effects because they affect multiple biological processes at the same time. Someone on long-term medication may want to try an implant that sends very precise electrical or optical pulses instead. You hear that? So they're giving you a rational, all right, point of view as to why you should partake in this, or at least allow it to be a thing. It says getting an implant is obviously more invasive than picking up a pair of glasses. Generally, implants will be linked to medical conditions. You hear that? It will be linked to medical conditions. So it's through the medical system is how they'll be justified in bringing this new form of technology, which will be underneath your skin. And they've said it, that very soon we're going to have technology that can read everything about you underneath your skin. All right, subdermal technology. It can tell you about your heart rate. It can give you your doctor's appointment, and based on maybe your cholesterol levels or your blood sugar levels, it can tell you, hey, I've scheduled a doctor's appointment for you on this day to check your cholesterol levels. Or hey, you know, your sugar levels are a little too low. You might need this, and that this week. You know, they'll plan out your whole life for you. Okay, they've said it. They said soon we're gonna have very small, tiny grain of rice sized, you know what? And they're gonna plant it in people, and that's how they're going to be able to use that to track everything that you do. They say from the food that you eat, from the farm to the processing plants, all the way into the fork of whoever is eating it, and then what the food does when it goes into the body, how the body responds to it, and so on and so. They want to track all of that, what you're thinking, how you feel, what arouses you, what you know, how you react to certain things that's around you, whether it's natural or unnatural stimuli, whatever it is. They want to have all those things on record in a computer. Okay, this is what the so-called New World Order is all about. Now, if anyone is in their right mind saying this is some type of cool technology, you ought to be destroyed. To go from a free, sovereign human being, okay, to have God-given rights, now you have to ask permission from the government. If the government is not in your life, then there is no life. And soon they want to take over everything, and they're telling you you will own nothing and you'll be happy. There's the same ones who are telling you, oh, we're bringing out technology that could help, you know, make life much easier. And people are still going to believe that. Okay, it says getting an implant is obviously, okay, I read that already. It says generally implants will be linked to medical conditions. The extent to which a particular device becomes common will depend on the technology's functionality and how far it's integrated into your body and daily lifestyle. Carrying around the equivalent of a dog's nose is a gadget like your phone, or a wearable like a necklace can be handy to sniff out C19 or food allergens. So through the C19, they're bringing this technology. Okay. It says in those cases, it's usually enough that your phone pings whenever you're in the vicinity of whatever you're guarding against. There is no immediate reason to implant this extra sense into your body. However, a deadly peanut allergy may justify a more permanent solution. Oh my God. A damn peanut allergy is going to be the reason why you take a chip. Okay, Kyle Schwab. I hope you die off of a peanut allergy. It is all in the mind. Brain implants take us one step further and allow us to tap straight into the body's operating system. That does not sound crazy to you? Let's pretend we were back in 2010 or 2011 and you read some shit like this. This is mad, like this is sci-fi, scientific fiction. You know, the futuristic robotic world that nobody really thought will ever come to existence, and we're living in it. It says, operating system like a goddamn computer or some shit. All right. It says we have already started interfacing with brain using neural probes to mitigate symptoms of epilepsy, Parkinson's disease, or depression. most applications will remain based on medical necessity rather than a mind-reading tool. We know that's not true. The main reason, one of the examples that Klaus Schwab gave, all right, when he was pushing this narrative of soon everybody's going to be implanted and shit, one of the examples he gave was soon we'll be able to read your thoughts. He said that shit. So don't even push that, or it's mostly for medical use, not so much controlling somebody's mind. We know the goal. We know what you're doing, brother. We know what this is all about. Okay? And Aaron Russo already came out and said what the ultimate goal is. Okay? You guys have done so much damage to this world, man. Over the past 2 years, look what's happened. And anyone who wasn't down with your narrative was punished in a formal way. So if we're looking at that track record and we're looking at the future, who the hell in your right mind is going to be like, I'm okay with whatever plans you guys have? Knowing how sinister you devils really are, man. All your plans for the future does not benefit society. It does not benefit society. But you want society to go along with their own destruction? What the hell is wrong with you devils, man? And that is why the Lord has reserved unto him a remnant. All right? And that remnant is going to be the reason why you go down. Okay? It says, while it is true that companies like Neuralink have been targeting the brain from the get-go, brain implants may not be the first choice in our augmented society. Because what's the first choice? Getting underneath your skin, your hand. Okay? It says an indispensable wearable device may be implanted under the skin as a first approach or in the belly if needed. For example, for patients suffering from urine loss, right? A small stimulation device tucked away in the pelvic area constitutes a more elegant and comfortable solution than wearing incontinence pads. Next, there may be other implants that influence the nerves of the peripheral nervous system or the information highways that connect the spinal cord and brain to organs and limbs. Okay? It says electrical stimulations of the vagus nerve, the superhighway that originates in the brain, is rumored to be a miracle therapy for treatment-resistant depression, an ever-growing problem. Despite all these options, some therapies will only be effective in the brain, but would you walk around with a chip in your head? You hear that? And then it keeps on going. All right, it keeps on going. There's a whole lot of stuff this nigga is here trying to make an argument for. Okay? And then here, all right, this is the last thing they're going to try to break down. All right, it says augmented reality, technology, and ethics. With the right support, vision, and audacity. You hear that? Audacity. Audacity. Let's get that. Let's see what that means. Let's see what that means. Audacity. It says boldness, courage, daring, vigor, animation. Okay? Foolhardy, daring. Okay? It says fearless, daring, aggressive, boldness, or unmitigated effrontery. Okay? And that reminds me of Revelation 12 and 12. Okay? Audacity. Coming in bold, coming in hot. Okay? To establish their new world order, but it's not going to work. It says with the right support, vision, and audacity, these transformative technologies that go beyond augmentation become possible. When we do enter the gray zone, ethics will advise us. The technology optimists show what is possible with augmented reality. Technology has always had the potential to transform society and improve our daily and professional lives, and that is so not true because there's a book when you read it's called Science and Technology by Bertrand Russell. Okay, and as you read it, it explains to you that the more advanced technology gets, the more enslaved that society of that technology becomes. All right, we become slaved to those technology. Look at phones, for example. All right, a lot of people have become enslaved to their phones. Okay, without their phone, they can't function. All right, the first thing they do, you see people, they be walking in the street, crossing the street with their head down. And that's something I remember back in like 2012, 2013, I used to read books about that. They'll say it like, yo, very soon in the next future, the next generation, you're going to see people crossing the street with their head down. I'm like, yo, there's going to be people getting hit. Little did I know that that's going to be the norm. It'll be the norm, man. You see people doing it and it wouldn't look weird. You know? And that's the same thing with the MOTB. You're going to see people having it to the point where it's not going to be weird. And it's not going to take 2 years for it to be normalized. It'll be months, man. Just like how now you see, it's the norm for people to be Vanessa'd. 3-4 years ago, it was a hard concept to even fathom. That they're going to convince the whole world to take a vaccine. Nah, that ain't no way. Ain't no way. And now they managed to make it the norm where those who didn't take it became the minority. You see? And now the same thing is going to happen with the MOTB, where those who don't take it, once again, will be the strange minority. You know? So it says, technology has always had, okay, it says, so does augmentation technology. It goes hand in hand. The wicked shall not go unpunished. Now, it says it goes hand in hand with an evolution from healthcare to well-care, where it's not just about solving an impairment anymore. It's about technology that supports you and improves your overall quality of life. Listen to that bullshit. All right? Listen to all that BS this nigga's trying to push over here. All right? And you know the prophecies, man. You know what time it is, bro. All right? These devils have no righteous bone in them. All right? It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Why is it saying woe? Because these devils are about to push this technology down on people's throats. Okay? Whether you like it or yes, they're coming for you. All right? And they don't want to hear no. They don't want to hear maybe. They don't want to hear none of that shit. They said, we're going to establish this either by consent or by conquest. And when conquest comes in, it's all biblical prophecy. They shall be like madmen sparing none. Okay? They're going to be stomping all over people's heads, man. If you're not of the elect, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay? You notice they were moving things very, very fast starting 2020. Okay? Starting the year 2020, things have been moving quickly. Operation Warp Speed. Okay? Warp Speed. Okay? When you warp something, that means you change something. All right? Something switches. Okay? It was a change of time, a change of era. Okay? And they had to move fast. All right? Because the time wasn't on their side, man. And we're starting to see it. Okay? And it's all leading, all right, to that major prophecy that I talked about. Okay? That we've been talking about over here. All right? Starting with our elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down. Okay, there's a book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse 16. He says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, and we just heard this asshole talking about brain implants. Okay, several countries are now exploring how to address these issues surrounding brain implants. I mean, it's becoming a thing. Okay, it's becoming a thing. It's always been a thing, but now it's becoming a thing to the public. Okay, having implants, having some type of technology inside of you. Okay. Wow. Making arguments on how you should track it, you should chip your kids and so on and so forth. I mean, the possibilities are endless, is what they're saying. Okay. But remember, they're trying to compel you. Okay. They're trying to compel you to take this thing. Okay. It says that he causeth all. Part of the causeth is part of the you being compelled. Okay. It says that no man might buy or sell, all right, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so that mark is that incision. Okay, that cutting. To put that technology underneath your skin is going to leave a mark. Okay, and by receiving, all right, that mark will give you access, all right, to the new world and the new way of doing things. And it starts with the money. That's why I said that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so very soon, man, you're going to see it. The system is being set up for that, and we always go into it. All right, but very soon, man, it will be evident that no one can miss it. Like, oh my God, nah. And guess what? Through the Spirit is what I see happening. They'll create an acronym that will end up reading as the Beast. It's going to be the basic, extreme assets for situations and times. You know what I'm saying? Like some bullshit like that. But it will be an acronym, just like how you see them have. They have the CHIPS Act. You know, Computer, blah, 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 Productions Act. Like, so it's going to end up with some funny shit like that. And then you're going to be like, yo, they're literally saying the beast system, but it's going to symbolize, it'll be an acronym, but it'll have the name. Like if you look at the name, it'll be beast system, but it'll be an acronym, something, 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 something technology. You see, because the last word is T, beast. So that T will represent something, something, something technology, but we'll see. We'll see. It's just something I thought about in the spirit, but we'll see, So anyway, I'm going to leave it off there low. You've been edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash, the water Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.